Hello guys, good morning and welcome to Exampur. Good morning everyone. Please confirm me that I'm audible and visible as well to you. Please confirm me. Okay guys, I hope I'm audible and visible. And today's session is related to the wetlands. Today's session is related to the wetlands because five new wetlands of India has been inducted into the list of the Ramsar sites. Recently, the 5 new wetlands of India has been inducted into the list of the Ramsar sites, and now the total number of the wetlands which is inducted or which is in the list of the Ramsar sites from India is become 54. Now become the 54. Previously it was the 49, but after the indulging of these 5 sites, now it has become the 54. So 54 sites are the wetlands of the India which is in the list of the Ramsar site. So today the session is related to the wetlands. What is the wetlands? How the wetlands are important for the ecology and environment, and why we are conserving the wetlands at the global level. Because wetlands has the many services, wetlands provided us many services, and that due to that services and the importance today we are conserving these wetlands. So you understand, you should know about the wetlands firstly. So wetlands are the area which is not completely the water body. In general way, you can say the wetlands are the area which is not completely the full water body and not completely the full land mass or the full dry region. So wetlands are basically a region which is in the transition stage. Wetlands are basically the region which is in the transition stage, not completely not completely in the one side of the ecological system and not completely the another type of the ecosystem. So it is basically a transition area. It is which has the some water bodies, not so deep water bodies. Okay, so water bodies but not so deep water bodies. So wetlands. In the initial stage of the 20th century, there were a lot of the wetlands were found. But in the last half of the 20th century, the wetlands started to escape. It started to erase from the surface because we used wetlands as the dumping sites of the garbages or the dumping sites of our solid waste. So at the global level, most of the countries started to dump their waste at the wetland region because that region is the deep low level, or this region is generally the lowland region, and that is why in the second half of the 20th century, the global community or the environmentalists observed that the most of the wetlands are erased, or the most of the wetlands are into the direction of the erosion or the direction of the vanishing, or you can say after some time period that particular or that wetlands area will be removed. Okay, so this was the point of the concern at that stage, and that is why in 1971 a convention or a meeting was convened in Ramsar, that is the city of Iran. This Ramsar is a city which is located in the Iran. Under the guideline of the United Nations, this convention was taken place, and in this convention, global community start to take a serious step to conserve the you can say the wetlands. So you can say the first global initiative to conserve the wetlands was seriously taken at the Ramsar Convention, and in the Ramsar Convention, global community was convened in 1971. So at this convention, or this convention is named on this city, and this is called the Ramsar Convention. This is called the Ramsar Convention. In this convention, a concept was arise that the wetlands which has the importance or at the global level, or the wetlands which is important for more than one nation, or for more than one geographical region, or more than 2 or 3 or 4 communities. So this was a you can say the benchmark. This was the, you can say, the important convention that was held due to for the conservation of the wetlands. Okay. So in this convention, a concept was arose, and that concept is was Ramsar sites. Ramsar sites. Which site will become the Ramsar site? What is the criteria for the Ramsar site? That all the things was defined in this convention, or in this Ramsar Convention for the conservation of the wetlands. Although the world community started to conserve the entire wetlands, or all the wetlands which has the importance, but among them the wetlands which has at the stage of the severe condition, or the wetlands which is very important, if that wetlands will be erased, or if that wetland will be run out, or that wetland will be escaped, then that will affect more communities. So for the conservation of such type wetlands, this convention take a serious note, and that serious note is called the Ramsar sites. That convention, wetlands would be involved, or that wetlands will be inducted into the Ramsar site. If any wetlands is inducted into the Ramsar site, that means it has the global importance. It has the more important than the other wetlands. So the efforts on the conservation of this site will be taken seriously by the global authorities, by the global bodies. Okay, so which sites will be included into the Ramsar site? The sites or the wetlands which has the global importance. The wetlands which has the global importance, that will be inducted into the Ramsar sites. Okay, I hope it is clear which is Ramsar site. Yeah, what is the Ramsar site? Okay, so Ramsar sites. So criteria for the Ramsar site is through global importance. So important or the conventional topic is the wetlands. Wetlands. What is the wetlands? In wetlands, इसमें कुछ चीजें हैं जिसको आपको फॉलो करना है, जिसमें नेचुरल और मैनमेड water bodies, ठीक है, नेचुरल, मैनमेड, वाटर बॉडीज, इनको भी शामिल किया जाता है इसमें. ठीक है, जिसमें चाहे ये फ्लोइंग वाटर बॉडीज हो या स्टैटिक वाटर बॉडीज हो, पीट रीजन हो, मार्श रीजन हो, इन सब को शामिल किया जाता है। और कोस्टल रीजन, कोस्टल एरिया, ठीक है, फ्लोइंग में रिवर्स हो चुकी हैं या स्टैटिक में लेक्स वगैरह, फ्लोइंग एरिया विच लो टाइड is less than 6 meter. Low tide condition is less than 6 meter. This definition was adopted, or this criteria was adopted for the wetlands in the Ramsar sites in 1971. In the Ramsar Convention, this definition was given. That means Ramsar sites, wetlands are the region which is the either completely landmass or the region of the transition phase, whether it is a natural or man-made water body or the anthropogenic water body, which can be in the flowing condition, which could be in the static condition, it could be a peat and the marsh condition. So, and the coastal area, that means the oceanic region, which lower, you can say the low tide condition is not less than 6 meter. Okay, so this is the condition for the development of the this is the condition for the declaration of the any wetlands. So wetland is very important thing for environmental perspective. अब यहाँ पर आप देखो environmental perspective से important है, this is the definition of the wetlands. अब इनकी जो ecological importance होती है, ecological importance यानी इनकी importance क्यों होती है, why we are taking in these sites so seriously, why we are efforting to conserve these sites, what is the importance of this site? Firstly, they are important for the ecosystem. They are important ecosystem, and the ecosystem, like they acts as the ecotone. Ecotone is the region which is the transition ecosystem, which is the region of the transition ecosystem, and that is why here the biodiversity is relatively high than the other ecosystem. So for the biodiversity conservation, it is very important for the biodiversity. So ecosystem, this is a zone of the ecotone. So wetlands are the zone of the ecotone, and that is why it conserves the biodiversity. Okay, biodiversity. Okay, दूसरा second point जो इसके लिए important है, it provides a lot of the ecological services. If you study, if you aware with the current awareness, if you study the newspaper, you will see that a lot of the migratory birds, many species of the migratory birds came from the Siberian region or the different areas into the India, like the lake of the around the Chilka lake, and migratory birds come from the Siberian region toward the Kevla-Dev-Ghana region. So Kevla-Dev-Ghana region, Chilka lake, they are the example of the wetlands. So wetlands are important. Wetlands provide a lot of the ecological services, and that is why they have importance. So ecological services, they also help into the stabilizing. They also helps in the stabilizing the gases or atmospheric gases. Atmospheric gases like the carbon dioxide, like the methane, like the nitrogen dioxide, etc. They also help into the stabilizing the atmospheric gases. So it is also the important thing of the wetlands, ecosystem, ecological services, and for the biodiversity conservation, stabilization in the atmospheric gases. Okay, they also help in increase the infiltration. They also increase the infiltration of the water. Infiltration of the water. If the infiltration of the water increases, then it also improves the health of the groundwater. It also improves the water table. You can say the water table. So groundwater improvement. So it increases the groundwater level, and it will help into the improve the water table of any region. So aquifers, you can relate it from the to the aquifers. So this is also important point, increase in the infiltration of the water, and that will help to improve the groundwater. So groundwater के लिए ये important होते हैं. तो first, ecosystem, ecological and stabilizing the atmospheric, increase the infiltration of the water. They also help into control or manage the, also help into the manage the flood and drought condition, spoilage of the flood and drought. ठीक है, ये फ्लड और ड्राउट कंडीशन को भी जो है मैनेज करने में हेल्प करती हैं. तो फ्लड एंड ड्राउट कंडीशन को मैनेज करने में भी इनकी हेल्प होती है. सो व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ द वेटलैंड्स? Okay, wetlands are very important thing. Wetlands are the very important region which provide the ecological services, a lot of ecological services. They also help to maintain the biodiversity. They also help to improve the biodiversity of any particular region. They also help to improve the groundwater of any particular area. So okay, they also maintain the cycling or the balancing or the percentage, or you can concentration, whatever you want to say. They also maintain the percentage or the ratio of the gases, or you can say that they also stabilize the gases in the atmosphere. It also help into the management of the flood and drought. So these are the some important thing. These are the some importance of the wetlands. Okay, but in the modern age, with the economical development, human being does not pay the attention on the importance of these wetlands, and that is why the wetlands areas was started to sinking very fast, and that is why this type initiative was taking place. And on the 2nd of February 1971, this convention was signed and adopted, and this due to the this date on the 2nd of the February is celebrated as the World's Wetland Day at every year at the global level. So Global Wetland Day is the 2nd of February because of the Ramsar Convention was adopted at the 2nd of February in 1971. Okay, so this is very important thing. I think this is the importance of the wetlands. Okay, so this is the importance. What is the threat? These are the importance threats. What is the threats? The most of the factors which are responsible for the shrinking area of the wetland are the anthropogenic. Anthropogenic factor. Due to the anthropogenic factor, because we generate a lot of the waste. In waste, mostly the waste are the solid waste. If we have a lot of the solid waste, then we require to dump these waste to remove these waste from our residing area. So initially, the people started to dump these waste into the wetlands. They started to dump these waste into the wetlands. So it is an important cause for the shrinking area of that wetlands. Again, due to the overpopulation, due to the increase in the population, there is a requirement to land for the residing or the land for the resident of the human being, and then we started to convert the wetlands or the lowland region. So we started to convert these lowland into the residing areas. So residing areas of the, so there are due to the construction, a lot of the construction was started due to the increment in the population of the human being. This construction is also responsible for the wetland escape condition. or the wetlands area shrinking condition. So anthropogenic factors has the very important role and the crucial role for the wetlands areas decrement or wetland erosion. You can say the erosion of the wetlands. So these are the threat, and there's some natural threat is also, but natural threat does not has the more impact than the anthropogenic. More impact is the anthropogenic impact, and that is why this we should consider this, and we should try to control. We already tried to control, but at the global, at the ground level, we should try to, at the community level, we should try to control, we should try to preserve, we should try to conserve these wetlands, because they are more important. They has a very important, they are very important for us. Okay, so this is your wetlands importance and which what threats is before the wetlands. अब यहाँ पे वेटलैंड्स के बाद में हमने क्या देखा, यहाँ पे वेटलैंड्स में जो इम्पोर्टेंस होती है, ग्लोबल इम्पोर्टेंस, द वेटलैंड्स विच हैज द ग्लोबल इम्पोर्टेंस हैज बीन इंडक्टेड इनटू द रामसर साइट्स. Ramsar sites. Okay, so Ramsar sites has the global importance. At the present time, India has the 54 Ramsar sites. India has the 54 Ramsar sites. Which 4 Ramsar site has been included in this list recently? You should comment name of these into the offline comment box. You should comment these Ramsar site, 4 Ramsar site which has been recently included in the this list in the comment box of this session. Okay, so Ramsar site, there are 54 Ramsar sites, and among the Ramsar sites, which wetlands, if any wetlands has the threat, or there is a possibility to threat on that wetlands due to the anthropogenic factors, then this wetlands could be included into the Montreux's record. This would be included into the Montreux's record. Montreux's record is a list of the wetlands on which there is a possibility, if there is a possibility of the threat, if any threat is captured this site, or there is a, if any possibility in the future or in the past, if threat captured, already captured, that means in the past. If threat is capturing in the present time, that means in the present. If there might be the chance to capture this type of the threat, then this type of the list, this type of the Ramsar site or the wetland would be included into the Montreux's record. So world community pay the extra attention to remove the problem of this wetland, and if the problem that was happening, that problem will be removed, then this site would be removed from that list. Till today, the 3 sites of the India has been included in this record. The first one is the Chilka Lake. Chilka Lake was inducted, but today it was removed because the threat was tackled. Threat was tackled down, that is why it is removed. Second one is the Keula Dev Ghana. Keula Dev Ghana in Rajasthan, Bharatpur, it is still included, and the second one is the Loktak Lake in the Manipur. Loktak Lake in the Manipur, both these 2 sites is still in the list of the Montreux's record. It was included, but at the present time it is not in the list. So till today only 3 sites has been included in this list, and which one has been removed, but both Keula Dev and Loktak is still remained same, in the same situation or the same condition. The meaning of this, that means these both sites has the threat due to the human being, and the threat is still continue. So threat, if threat is still continue, that means it is still in the list of this record. So this is the Montreux record. Okay, so what is the Montreux record? I think what is the Ramsar site, what is the Ramsar convention, what is the wetlands, what is the impacts, what is the importance of the wetlands, what is the threats of the wetlands. I think all the dimension has been covered in this session, and please don't forget to write the name of these five sites which recently has been included in the list of the Ramsar sites. Okay, so we will meet into the next session. I hope you enjoyed this session. If you like this session, please like this session and share this session. And if you are new on this platform, so please subscribe this channel. This channel is completely dedicated for you, for the if you are preparing for the UPSC in the English medium. So please don't forget to subscribe this channel. We will meet into the next session. Thank you so much.